be up and running. This is time for government to spend more sleepless nights trying to rein in these problems, because on a daily basis, people are going through very excruciating pains. For many people, I'm sure you've gotten calls that you look at your phone and say, no, I'm not going to take this call now. Several times over.
The way we're also calling others,
Oh yes, it's grade by grade.
It goes around.
It's grade by grade.
All right, but we'll be inviting Kakaaki Socials. Now is the segment where we take you to the social media space and then look at how the stories are trending. And Rena Obozeghie is already here to take us through what is happening on the social media space.
Absolutely. Good morning and welcome back. How was your leave?
It was great. Well, when you're on leave and anyway, we'll talk about that.
You're on leave, but you didn't leave.
When your leave did not leave.
So your leg well today?
Yeah, my leg. I missed that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Good to have you.
Okay. So
okay, let's leave you to it, because I know a lot went down at the weekend. I'm waiting.
Okay, your waiting shall not be in vain. All right, then welcome everyone to a new week. It's Monday, no TGIF, like we are very, very far from TGIF. So welcome. It's Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm Onoshiorena, Obozeghie. Now, no fewer than 100 female orphans who lost their parents to terrorist attacks in Mariga local government area of Niger State are to be given out in marriage by the Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, Abdulmalik Sariki Daji. Well, the Speaker, who stated this in Mina, said that they were carefully selected out of the 170 earlier gathered to ensure that only genuine ones amongst them benefit from the gesture. Yes, he says benefit, and in a segment yesterday, he was on our news hour on AIT, he says it is part of his constituency project. Now, why he wants to do this, he says, he disclosed this, he said it's a way of giving back to the society to ameliorate the sufferings of the poor. He would be paying the dowries for the bridegrooms, and he says all materials for the ceremony have been purchased and they are not different from what rich people use at their own weddings. Now, the state governor, Umar Obagu, and the Sariki Sudan of Kotagora, Muhammad Baru, would serve as guardians that would give the girls out in marriage. The mass wedding would hold on May 24, 2024. Oh, wow. That top trends on the space of social media this weekend. So how did this meet people? Asiya says the mentality of assuming that marriage will spare the government or anyone else the responsibility of safeguarding these girls and educating or empowering them is alarming. Moreover, do these girls wish to be married? Do they choose their partners? Have they experienced trauma-informed care to be ready for another potentially emotionally turbulent experience? Do their spouses to-be have the faintest idea of how to provide trauma-informed care? Quite a number of questions from Asiya there. Then IPC Justice says, absolutely unacceptable. The decision by leaders showcases a staggering failure in governance. It's regressive, lacking in accountability, and a blatant assault on the dignity of these girls. What about the boy children? Are they left to fend for themselves? We demand better leadership. If those in power can't uphold justice, they must step aside. Nigeria deserves progressive leaders who prioritize the welfare of all citizens. But then, Femi says each region in Nigeria has its own peculiarities. That's why the founding fathers negotiated a parliamentary system with regional autonomy pre-independence to enable each region develop based on its culture and traditions without interference from others. Which is best for Nigeria? People are also calling the attention of the Minister of Women Affairs to step into this and see if this is the best thing for the girls at this point. But then to politics, the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, is seeking forgiveness from the people of Rivers State for supporting the state governor, Fubara. He noted that it is a mistake that must be corrected by all means. Well, the former governor was speaking on Saturday in the same state.
But as politicians, we appreciate people who have helped you. I want to say this clearly. Well, in life, when you have made a mistake, you should have made a mistake. There's nothing you can do about it. I have made a mistake. I own it up, and I say, God forgive me. And I will say, all of you forgive me. But we will correct it at the appropriate time. I'm a human being. I'm bound to make a mistake. My judgment can be wrong. So forgive me for making a wrong judgment.
In another video of Fubara circulating online, he is confident that intimidation is only but for a moment.
Intimidation has the time. When the time expires, it's over. Even in the Bible, Pharaoh intimidated the children of Israel. Is it right? Or the Hebrews. It got to a time, the intimidation worked again. It didn't work. So everything that has any bad thing that has a beginning, it has an end. So don't worry.
Okay, Fubara right there telling his pro group, don't worry, it's going to be a long day. Wow, I'm not sure. Oracle of Peace says supporting Amechi was a mistake. Supporting Secondus was a mistake. Supporting Ayu was a mistake. Supporting Obozeghie was a mistake. Supporting Fubara was a mistake. Very soon, I guess, supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be a mistake. Oga, you are a mistake in Nigeria politics. You keep making mistakes. And then Tokpe says Rivers people voted for the candidate Wike chose for them. Fubara was not really their preferred choice. If Wike decides to pull the plug on Fubara as the governor and brings another candidate, Rivers people will vote that candidate. In all this, Fubara would lose out, and he says docility. And final thoughts on this one coming from Ordinary Nigerian. He says, he's alone on that. He was the one that brought Fubara, and we've accepted him. He's going to lead us for 8 years complete. Then hand over to Honorable Ehi Edison. We have left that behind. You know that he's also once one of the speakers, one of the 4 speakers that Fubara has had in less than a year now at the National Assembly. State House of Assembly, please. So he's saying that after Fubara, it's going to be pro-Fubara again. But the presidency has reacted to all of this, and they say that they have no one they are supporting, just like Mr. former President Buhari. In this case, they are for nobody and for everybody. So we'll take a listen to the spokesman now and come back for more stories.
That if they are banking on Mr. President taking sides in this matter, they are mistaken and they will be disappointed. The president will not do that. What he will do is ensure that everybody has what they need in order to work. And he's also going to ensure that any attempt to defund or frustrate the operation of the Rivers State government from conducting its affairs in a way that will benefit the Rivers people, that's obviously not going to be allowed by this president or anybody else. So I think there's a need for all stakeholders to understand that the president will not take sides and that they need to focus in on governance and delivering the dividends of democracy to the people of Rivers State, and that should be their only consideration until the lead up to 2027 when we can start talking about politics.
Spokesperson for Mr. President. Now we'll move away from that to say that President Bola Tinubu has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to suspend the much talked about implementation of the cyber security levy policy, and then he also ordered a review. This is as the sponsor of the amendment bill. Senator Shehu Umaru Buba has clarified that it is about it is not for individuals or bank customers to pay, but for financial institutions and telecommunications firm. He also explained that the statistics in figures and percentage, that's the 0.005 and 0.5%, are the same. And that was the story on the space of social media yesterday, the face of the sponsor of the bill. Let's bring you in quickly. And this user says, if you tax the telecoms, etc., who are they going to get the monies from? If not poor Nigerians inclusive, make una they use on our head. So, okay, more thoughts on this one. I am Ify says, and these institutions will in turn pass the burden to their customers. In the end, the people will be the ones to pay. They are the real target. Don't be swept away with this news. Final thought on this one is coming from Andy, who says, it still doesn't make sense. Very soon you will start charging Nigerians security levy for insecurity. But then to about the biggest news of the weekend, please roll the video. Yeah, thank you. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, that's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, did their third and final day of their private visit to Nigeria on Sunday in Lagos. In case you missed it, their coming is to promote this. The game belongs to the Prince Harry, the Invictus game amongst Nigeria veteran military men. So they arrived on Friday in Abuja, where they visited a school event on mental health in a trip that also saw the prince meet wounded Nigerian soldiers in the Northwest. Well, on day 3 of the visit, which was just yesterday, Prince Harry and Meghan took part in a basketball event, plus Giant of Africa Foundation in Lagos, and that's an organization that helps youth through engagement in sport. It was a good one and a historic one at that. Safe trip to them as they return. So that's everything on Kakaaki Social this morning. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Rena OBO, we can continue on social media, and then on WhatsApp 0811-5436-670.
Interesting bits all over there. I particularly enjoyed the back and forth, the videos
from River
State.
I did
when
too.
I say enjoyed, I'm saying it in quote, because it's interesting watching the two gladiators. But like the netizens said, it's really the people who will bear the brunt of all of this.
Sure.
You know, when I saw all of that, I was like, okay, it will seem like there's no need to talk about peace anymore, really, the way the two men are going about it. And but I kind of like the responses, like Kunle said, because one of them did say, why would Wike, for instance, be making mistake all the time?
Every time.
You know, I find that comment interesting. And I said, Nigerians are really thinking, really, how can everything you supported, you found that you have made, it has always been a mistake. So why is it that you're not doing a thorough investigation before you go into anything? And then, or is it when you support somebody and then the person turns around not to do your bidding, then it becomes a mistake? That is on the one hand. And then on the other hand, the fact that he chose Fubara for the people of River State, that's another comment from
Another comment too.
Yes, that's another comment that I like. Yes, okay. The Rivers people didn't want him. He said, this is hey. So that if he decides to also say, no, okay, I've decided to take away the person I gave you people. Like he said in one of that videos, that on a very good day, he is going to correct the mistake he made. Then the Rivers people wouldn't have a say, or shouldn't have a say, because they didn't also have a say in the first instance. So I don't know.
That's
really
a deep one, right? Then.
Yeah, deep one.
So you know when everything is a mistake. So something is wrong with everybody around you except you. So that's what it technically means. And that comment that highlights all the mistakes, political mistakes he's made, and he's asking him, guy, it's your turn to look inward. Let's know where this mistake is coming from and what's sponsoring it. Because all of these mistakes couldn't have been made with just one person. And you say that, oh, that person is 100% very well.
Netizens don't miss one beat. They do not miss a beat. at all.
Everything. They're
in all
keeping
of this.
records
Oh, yeah.
for everyone.
And they dig up stuff too. I'm sure that in future we'll still see a lot of these things flying
And
around.
there's a new one from River State. I don't know how I skipped that. So maybe tomorrow we dance to the tune from River State.
Oh,
Okay.
a new
A
beat.
new release is from River State. already.
Not
That would be
like
interesting.
as they sweet us, they paint
Well, it's
something like
still
that.
from his camp, but then other lyrics this time.
All right, Rena, do have a great
Thank
day.
you,
There's
Rena.
so much to
Thank
talk about
you.
on Kakaaki, the African Voice.
Sure.